This is how you memorize the fretboard. What we're doing is we're taking a C minor chord in two different positions. 3rd fret and at the 8th fret. Now for this lesson, you need a basic knowledge of the pentatonic forms, and how we are going to memorize them is as follows. C minor at the 3rd fret, starting with the G note on the 3rd fret on the low E string. And we name the notes as follows. 5, flat 7, root, flat 3, 5, flat 7, root, flat 3, 5, flat 7. That is the first position you want to memorize. 5, flat 7, root, flat 3, 5, flat 7, root, flat 3, 5, flat 7. Now, you may notice we've missed out the 4th, which would be... The reason we miss out the 4th is because you don't need to memorize it. You know it is automatically above the root on the same fret. Here's your root, here's your 4th, and here's your 5th. The purpose of this is to memorize that the 5th is always below the root on the same fret. Now, what we're going to do is move up to the 8th fret, which is a C on the low E string, and then we play it as follows. Root, flat 3, 5, flat 7, root, flat 3, 5, flat 7, root, and flat 3. Now, if you memorize these notes as I have just explained, you begin to be able to piece them together, which is what music is all about. Now, if you have the 3rd here, which is here, and you also know that the 3rd is up here, my apologies, the flattened 3rd, because we're talking minor here. So if you know the flat 3rd is here, and here, and here, and here. So once you have these notes together, you can start to play about with these two forms, C at the 3rd fret and C at the 8th fret. And you start to see these notes in both forms. That was me going from the 5th. Now if I bend the flattened 7th, you know the flattened 7th is also here. It's also here. Sorry, that was actually totally wrong. It's here. What I did there, the mistake was the flattened 3rd. There's your C, flattened 3rd. And that was actually up to the 4th. But, you know, that's just, you know, you just play about with that and you figure out your, you know, your style. But the main thing is you understand where the 5th is. Now, the 5th is always on the same fret, a string below the root. Here's your C. Here's your 5. So wherever there's a root of, you know, your root, the 5th is always below it. obviously it's slightly different on the B string. But we just work around that. There's your G. C, G. So with this lesson, hopefully you can see how you can string notes together, which is what music is all about. And if you look at your greats, all the greats who like impressed you when you were like growing up, and you're seeing these guys or girls killing it on stage, they knew what the scale degrees were, which is why you need to know them. And hopefully this lesson helps, because this is the best lesson that I have ever come across about how to memorise the fretboard. If this helps, then please like and subscribe to my channel, and you can catch up on future lessons which will go into these concepts in more depth. In the meantime, enjoy rocking out with your guitar, you know.